Today on the channel, we rock on and roll with Rokkon Masters Universe Origin Mattel Creations exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Masters Universe Origins unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got a special one. We got the Mattel Creations exclusive Rokkon. But for all your Rokkon needs, Mattel Creations was the place. Now it sounds like eBay. But for all your other Masters Universe needs, make sure you hit up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And Rokkon comes to us from the land of rocks. I forget where he's technically from, but it sounds good. It sounds right? But he was a Mattel Creations exclusive. Took about 2 hours, give or take, to sell out. That's kind of the way it goes. I am a part of the Double Up Club. Had to pick up 2 of these. 1 in box, 1 loose, of course. And this will be my loose one that we review here on the channel. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And I definitely remember Rokkon as a kid. However, I don't remember if I had Rokkon or Stondar. I had one of those two. And for the life of me, I cannot remember which one I had. I did not have all of them, of course. I just don't have them in this day and age. So this will be my first go around in the Origins Master style, I guess, of here. I do have the Classics version. We'll bring him out for this review later on. But let's dive in. Let's see what old Rokkon is up to today. And I gotta say, they go back and forth with this Origins line, as this is kind of that special removable package. You can take it in and out of the package, which is cool. I just wish it was a little bit more uniform here, but it is what it is. Of course, the Origins going forward, a Mattel Creation exclusive. The cartoon collection will be at retail, so make note of that. We got more of these to come. Have to imagine the rest of his friends will be around the corner as well. But it is new for 2024. Shout out to 2024. Modern posing retro play. The Invincible Meteor into Mighty Warrior. Rokkon, the young heroic Comet Warrior. And we all need a warrior in our life. We're always here for it. There it is. On the back, beautiful artwork. Masters Universe Origins. Looks like he's taking on Hordak and the crew. Watch out for them all day long. So we're going to pull this off. Just slides on out. A beautiful thing. A thing of beauty. You got the comic book just chilling in the package. And then we got Rokkon in the plastic prison right here. We're truly rocking on. And of course, I'm going to save this packaging because why wouldn't you? It's removable packaging, so we should save it. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut him out, though. You will be able to know if he's been removed from his package because of all these rubber bands. So you got to make note of that, of course. There it is. I'm going to put that back in there. I'm going to slide this back in a little bit later. And we're going to get this comic book out of the package as well. Maybe we will. Maybe. There it is. See you later off to the side. We got the Spear of Eternity. Oh, we got a concerned rock couple right on the front right there looking good. But it is, of course, the traditional comic books we get here. Looks like no guest stars, just Rokkon and his crew. Looking interesting here. Looking interesting. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Rokkon like appear on She-Ra? Wasn't he a She-Ra character? Maybe he went both ways. Does he go both ways, Rokkon? I don't know. But I remember him being on She-Ra back in the day. I believe. Somebody fact check that if you want to. Little rubber band action. Get those off of old Rokkon. That's, of course, rocks. Their number one enemy, rubber bands. Yes, it's true. Rubber bands and rocks, they don't go together very well. See you later, rubber bands. There it is. And the rubber bands keep on coming. Hits keep on coming like young Mike Nesmith. See you later. Goodbye. Let's get down to the Rokkon right here, and I'm actually kind of surprised no instructions with him. Usually they kind of give you instructions with these things, or at least, hey, this is removable, that kind of stuff. Not this case, I guess, right here. Now, we do get a little weapon right out of the package. We get his little blaster, I guess. Very scientific looking with the old dish on the front that does spin. You can spin it if you want to. Maroon in color right here. Just a very futuristic weapon, no doubt about it. Of course, got a handle right here so he can hold it. You can also stick it in him. Yes, you can stick it right in his stomach if you want to, as it will go in his stomach, as we did see in the comic art there from the packaging. So choose your own weapon adventure for old Rokkon. But now we got the Rock out of the package. And not that Rock, of course. He's on WWE TV right now. This is Rokkon. But he does got the New York Mets colors going really, really good. He's a big Big Mookie Wilson guy. Oh, shout out to Mookie Wilson all day long. Looking good in the blue and orange attack. Very scientific with hoses, things like that. He is from space after all. Kind of robot-like arms, almost robot-like in the face. Of course, got the helmet going on. And then he does, of course, got all of his rocks around him. I guess, is that what we're going to call it? The rock on the outside. Very kind of silverish blue color throughout. Looking very rock-like. I guess it is Rokkon after all. Looking very interesting there. But one of those figures that really never set my world on fire. Let's be honest. Did anybody love the rocks? Did anybody like that? You fold them up and, oh, I got a rock. Oh. And it was after the pet rock craze in the 70s. I've heard from people I know from the 70s, everybody was mad about the pet rock. Everybody was mad for it. They wanted a pet rock in their collection. I would have just said, just go in the backyard. There's a field back there. Plenty of rocks. Go get any one you want. But Rokkon, I guess, on the late end of the rock craze back in the day. But looking very interesting, no doubt about it. He's got a smiling face on him, so at least he's a happy rock. And do rocks feel emotions? I don't know. But articulation on this bad boy here, the arms do go around for us, which is nice to see. No bicep cut. You do get a side-to-side elbow hinge. Of course, rotations right there. Hands back and forth. He's got a gripping hand to grip his weapon if he needs to. Gripping hand on the other side as well. No extra hands with him. Waist articulation. Of course, head does go down as you transform. And we're going to try to attempt to transform him right here. We do got the splits for him. Side to side at the knee. Boot cut. Back and forth a little bit of ankle work as well. He does got a hole in his foot, so will he fit on a Mattel ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle at ringside. What do you know? Fits on the Mattel stand perfectly right there. An interesting one, no doubt about it, though. And I think he will be displayed like this in my collection, not as a rock. Just not going to do that. Just not going to do it. But let's see if we can transform him like a young Transformer. And some people have asked me, Kyle, you do dabble in the Transformers. Why don't you do Transformer unboxings? Because nobody wants to see me attempt to transform a Transformer for an hour. These Transformers these days, too complicated to transform. I don't want to sit here with a roadmap and do all that work. And for me and my Transformer collection, I want them as the robot, not necessarily what they turn into, except for the Insecticons, except for the Autobots, the Dinobots. Those are the ones I like in their robot form or in their animal form, insect form, whatever you want to call it. But I'm going to attempt to do this. I'm going to fold his arms in. I'm going to fold his head in, I guess. I don't know what's going on here. So that's, you bend it a little bit. I guess you got to kind of just turn and arch. It's not exact science on him here. You turn the arms, you turn the legs, you kind of cup everything, and I don't know. Does this look like a rock to you? I don't know. It doesn't really line up, doesn't really click together. I mean, you can see it's like a terrible disguise. It's like when you're playing hide and go seek when you got a really little kid. My youngest daughter, she's 8 years old, but let's say she was 3 years old. It was time to play hide and go seek. It's like she would stand in the middle of the living room and throw like a sweater or a blanket over her head. And I'd say, where could Emma be? Oh, Emma, I can't find her anywhere. It's kind of how this feels. It feels like Rokkon just threw like a blanket over his head and said, okay, come find me. And you easily find him. You know it right away, but you don't want to give up the goods on him. You know, you don't want to disappoint that kid. I see you right there. You don't do that. You say, gosh, where could Emma be? And you look around like a crazy person, and then you say, oh, I didn't know you were there. Kind of the same thing with this Rokkon. You just sit there and you say, where's Rokkon? I can't find it. There's no rock humanoid type creatures anywhere here. I don't know what's going on. And then he just pops up and says, ha-ha, surprise. That's kind of what Rokkon reminds me of right here. So, not the coolest thing in the world by any means, but of course, you got to use your imagination a little bit. And imagination, what is it? I don't know, you guys tell me, but an interesting one. Does it set the world on fire? Absolutely not. Am I happy to have it in the collection? Yes, I am. It's cool as we're building out the entire original Masters Universe team in the Origins line. That is fun. I am here for that, and I'm assuming we will get the rest of the crew here probably later on this year. We'll see. Maybe even a special 2-pack. You never know what might happen. But Rokkon, he's truly going to rock on into the future and into our hearts here in his rock persona. And that's kind of is what it is. So it's Rokkon doing Rokkon things in the Origin line. But I did say I had the Classics version here. Now, this is a little bit cooler if you ask me. I'm just a Classics guy. You guys know that. Especially with the Jakks Classic Superstars book I just recently wrote on Amazon right now. Barnes & Noble here in a week or so. What is time? The complete guide to the Jakks Classic Superstars. Support the old channel. Pick up a copy of the book. Big phone book to style. There it is. So it's a little classic guy in 2 different toy lines is what I am at the end of the day. but looking very, very good in the classics. Definitely prefer this one over this one. But it's really, you know, Mountain Dew to Diet Mountain Dew is what we're comparing right here. Is what it kind of ends up being. So there it is, Rokkon. What are your guys' thoughts? You pick up this Rokkon, a long gamer on the Rokkon, the no game on the Rokkon. You said, man, I don't like rocks. I don't need any rocks in my collection. If I got a rock, I'm going to throw it at somebody. Is that what you're saying? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you, of course, on Patreon. Early access to all the videos on the channel. Patreon, the place to be, the best way to support the channel. You can also support the channel at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget about the book. I just showed it. Copies over on Amazon. If you want to buy a copy from me, I can autograph it, do whatever you want. Just reach out to me wherever you want to reach out to me at. And, of course, don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X, the _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and Instagram. So for Rokkon, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to rock on.